when the pandemic first hit, we didn't know what was going to happen. Taika couldn't play anywhere. We're like, okay, now we got to do full-time 2 or 3 jobs and be a parent. And it might not have been the first time I heard 4 a.m., but the first time I heard that concept is from Eli, the hip hop preacher.
Oh yeah.
You know, they'll put his tracks over like,
when you want to succeed.
Yeah.
As much as you want to breathe.
Yeah.
Look, I was 19 listening to that before the gym too.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
So I've heard that, right? It's like, it's in my subconscious somewhere. I've heard that. So that's that first point. Second point I've heard that is Mike Tyson wakes up at 4 a.m., right?
Yeah.
It's in my little brain wrinkles, right? Then as of recent, Jocko's promoting that, right? So now that there's more and more, like when there's 2 dots make a line, more dots might make a picture. Finally, I get this picture and I'm like, oh shit, you know what? I do have it in me to run all the businesses during a pandemic and be a dad. We're going to start this 4 a.m. thing. And we were doing it for like, I don't know, a month or 2 months straight. And I think it takes a couple of these phrases from different walks of life to kind of form,
because you are everything you interact with.
To form this picture in your brain. You're like, you know what, I can't do this. And then you kind of are able to pick yourself up. You know?
My argument though is that was already you though. I knew that. I not that you did it or you thought you could do it, but if you would have asked, I would have known he could have done it.
So you're right, but I think you start aligning with the things that make you more of you. Right? That make you fall into the place that you're the most comfortable in. Yes, we're those type of people, but then there's also people that are like night owls. They're artists.
Sure.
And they want to stay up late at night. And when the world is sleeping, now this is when I create. So I think it's whatever you align with. And I think that's why it's really cool to have these memes and have these motivational things. Because it's just you're hearing these positive things coming at you, and little by little you start formulating and keeping, kind of like Bruce Lee, right? You take what's useful and then you throw away what's not necessary, and then you create your own shit.
You want my lateral step to my biggest pet peeve of this whole thing is the term of like discipline, especially when it's wrapped into fitness. And some of these guys some of the guys you even mentioned might have fallen into that argument for me, is that discipline has nothing to do with repeatedly doing something you enjoy.
True.
Right.
That's not discipline.
Right.
Would you call me a disciplined eater? I love food and I get to eat 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
I've eaten 3 meals a day, Gio, for 33 years, and every single day.
I'm sure about that.
I'm a disciplined motherfucking
I'm
eater.
400 pounds out of
I
diabetes.
don't think it's that.
Right?
For my discipline.
And it's especially driven home in fitness.
Yep.
I did 3 sets of, like, bitch, you love to deadlift. Like, you have a barbell tattooed on you. And now you're, like, you're fucking disciplined. Like, you spend half your paycheck on supplements and you hate the gym. No, you
it's
love,
a passion.
You love this shit. Yeah. And it's a choice.
Yeah.
Right? How are you with your loved ones? How are you when you have an anger issue and you decide not to hit your spouse? That's discipline to me. Like, you got a chemical imbalance in your fucking brain. You're a fucking dickhead. You don't pay your bills. You beat your wife, but you wake up at 4 a.m. to go work out. Right? Like, those things is what gets me. Like, if you like to, and is I think it's proven genetically. For sure, it's proven that some people just need less sleep. There's a small percentage of people that only need like 4 hours of sleep, and they're just as highly functioning as the average folk need like 7 hours of sleep. And you wake up at 4 a.m. Like, no, dude, like, you're a morning person. Or like you were talking about the night owl. I don't think a creative is like the typical artist that likes to do their work at 3 a.m. Like, you're not more disciplined than anyone else because you like to draw at 2 a.m. and I draw at 2 p.m.
And then are you saying that these people are saying that they're disciplined, but you're like, no, you're really passionate? Because when I hear that shit, it comes from the people following those people saying, how do you stay so motivated? How do you stay so disciplined?
So it's a reaction rather than like,
I think a bit of both. Bit of both. My point is that these people may not, and obviously I'm fucking throwing a deep swipe here, right? There's tons of people that are disciplined. There's tons of people that I don't like working out. I've never loved powerlifting. I've said that for 10 years. Yeah. I work out because it's just part of what I do, but it's not like I love it. I can't tell you the last time I was stoked to work out. Like, it's been forever. And some of these people might be like that too. And I do consider myself semi-disciplined. I'm not a beast. I'm semi-disciplined. I think the people following it can't understand because they are wired differently, for sure. Like the 4 a.m. stuff. Like, man, I can't even wake up at 8 a.m. That's for sure a part of it. But my issue lies in, again, the intent of the person putting it out there. Like, are you just relying on what you're good at, and you're just putting it out there like you're a tough guy, right? Like, that's like, it's just fake to me. It's just fake to me.
I get it. I mean, you just hate when it is fake. When you're just like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, don't preach some shit if it's not the truth.
Yeah, and maybe that has to do with the sports stars I followed growing up, or maybe my dad, and just like, like acting like you've been there before kind of mentality.
I think that's more of the gripe that you have is actually towards fakeness.
Yeah,
I don't think it's towards, because I think like the 4 a.m. or the discipline or whatever, I don't think those concepts intrinsically are whack.
A little bit too, though, because my issue is if you can't give me a reason why to do that, that's a big reason. I was going to go to the military because I was just lost. I didn't know what to do after dropping out of basketball. All I knew was basketball. I was like, well, where do I go? But part of my issue is like, if you can't give me a reason why I'm doing something, I ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
And right, they're playing mind games like you're doing 100 burpees. And if you ask them, well, how's that actually going to help my conditioning? They'll say, shut the fuck up. And now you got 200, right?
Yeah.
I can't do that. And so when you're just saying like, wake up at 4 a.m. because I'm a badass, like you're not. Like you could be just as productive or more productive at any hour you would like.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is, I think because now you're generalizing, right? With that,
For sure.
It. So
everything I've said is my folks. Everything's a generalization. But I'm not attacking one person.
Yeah.
I'm attacking like the industry.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I think your true gripe is if someone preaches the 4 a.m. stuff.
Yeah.
But the rest of their posts don't hold up that argument
or their life, not even their posts. It's more their life because we don't know what's going on.
That's what I think you you have a problem, because if someone is preaching the 4 a.m. right, and they are bulletproof, and that's literally what they do all the time, and they're not even calling other people pussies. Yeah, I feel like then all they're doing is they're preaching their religion.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then if all they're doing is this benefited me. Maybe you guys can try to benefit yourselves.
Yeah, you just put it in such a good way. I've never seen someone talk like that, though.